So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And Butker pulled it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Here's Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
The Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Mahomes again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on 1st down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Let's look double count right here, double count.
Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now this is Kelsey, a tight end carry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yellow.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Wilson.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Wilson to throw.
Same connection, Dulcich once again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones